This conference will now be recorded.
So this session I am discussing about NFS. NFS is a protocol for mounting the remote file system locally. So for example, we have two systems, Linux 1 and Linux 2. So we have to mount a remote file system. So suppose in Linux 2, we have a folder, and maybe I have a folder like data folder or something I'm having. So this folder I want to mount in the Linux 1. So it is something like a file sharing we are doing. So in Windows, we know that Windows we use as a file sharing protocol. So it is called SMB. SMB protocol is using in Windows to share this share. Linux we use as a protocol called NFS to share it. NFS for sharing the file system. So we can mount. I have two Linux servers I am having. So I'm just logging to two servers. So we can see that this server is Linux 2. And another system is Linux 1. So I have Linux 1 is there. I want to log in it one more time. So I have to duplicate session name only because of timeout. So I'm going to log in to the first server as a regular user. So it is a Linux 1 system. So this system is Linux 1. And we have another system, Linux 2. I'm going to log into Linux 2 system. So this is Linux 2 server. So I am creating some folder and all I am creating data folder or something I am creating. Data 5 folder I am creating. So I am copying so many files from etc directory. I am copying some file into this. So now I created some files in this system. So I want to share this to another system. So what I will do is I have to install a program. So this is the if you want to make it an NFS server, you have to install this NFS utility program. You have to install in the server. I have to install it. So it is maybe already installed. So it is not already installed, and we have to enable this service, and we have to restart the service. So I'm going to restart the service, and all I'm going to do. So now I have to share some folder. What I have to do, there is a configuration file, etc exports file. So in this file, what we have to do, we have to specify which folder you want to share. So I'm going to specify a data folder I want to share, and so I'm going to share. Sorry. So I'm going to give this. I'm going to give insert, and I'm giving a data 5 folder I want to share. So I want to share for everyone. So star means all resources, and the permission I'm giving read write. So just I'm giving a symbol option I am giving. So star means every system you want to share. So I just added a line like this. If I want to add a share one more folder, I have to add a similar line. Second line I have to add it like this. So I have to restart the service of a server. I can give reload also, restart also I can give. So now this folder I want to log in. I want to mount from the second system. I'm in the Linux 2 now. So I'm going to Linux 1, and I created a folder. So test5 folder I created, and I'm going to mount it. I'm going to mount, giving the mount command. I need the first server's IP. So I can give the IP address. So IP address is this one, and I'm going to take this IP. So I'm going to mount this and slash the data 5 directory. So I want to mount to test5. So I want to mount this. So we can see that this remote file system is mounted now. So when I do df-h, so we can see this servers folder I mounted it to test5 directory. Now when I go to cd test5 folder, so I can see a lot of files, but I am seeing this from the remote system. So I am seeing all the files which are all coming from the remote system. So this is basically we are sharing the resource. So now if I want to permanently mount this, you have to do it in etc FS tab. We can add it, and we can give this line, we can add here. So I have to add this server's IP and all I have to add here. I need the server IP. So how we mounted it is, I will go to server. So I just need this information and I want to mount it. So I can go into open etc FS tab. So I can add a last line. So I'm going to share this, and I want to mount it to where I want to mount. So I want to mount it to test5 directory. And what is the file system? I'm using NFS defaults. So I can give. So this way I can mount it permanently. If I want to mount means in the etc FS tab file, I can add like this. I can give some options also. I can give like this instead of I'm giving like this. And I'm going to open etc FS tab. I'm going to add a line here. So I just need the server IP address of my previous server. So my
This conference will now be recorded.
so permanently we want to mount means we have to add it in the etc FS tab file. So it is already mounted here. First of all, I am going to unmount it. I am going to use umount test5 command I am giving. So then I will. So sometimes you have to give -L. If sometimes it may be busy or something, you can give like this, and we can give etc FS tab file. And in the last line we are ready. So permanently we want mount anything, so we can add it in this file. So what is the line I have to add is this one. I am going to add the server's IP address, and I am going to this my remote directory, local directory, and file system NFS. Some options we are giving. So this line I am going to add here. So in this Linux one, I am going to add this one. So now I can give mount -a also I can give. So when I do df-h, we can see that this is mounted using the etc FS tab file. So I created a server and I created a share and I mounted from the client. So now we have a configuration file here. So and suppose in the client configuration, we can do from one file vi etc nfs.conf. So NFS server we will study later. So in this we are seeing some options are there. For example, we are saying we can just enable some versions. NFS having different versions. So version 4 only we want to enable. Other versions we want to disable. So we can give n here. So this all some configurations we can do, client configuration and all we can do. So NFS we have to know it's a file sharing protocol. So the remote file system we can share it. So all storage and all mainly we are using this protocol mainly in Linux. So we are discussing about NFS in this session. So thanks for watching.